step up as his teammate has already been taken out of the equation, but he's just hiding in the smoke, staying alive, delaying as long as he can, but he can't do a thing post that. Mouse takes him down, and that's 2 gun upgrades for the side of Kingwin.
2 CTs up now. Like you said, the upgrades, that's the most important thing. It's not just distance frags with the M4s in the dirt. No, they have been acquired. Mind you, the Riflemen, 14 Kingwin, have also been softened up. But clearly they're not going for this round. Fallen just wants to deal some sort of damage. This is just one of those moments whereby Kingwin throw a Hail Mary, and it finds the players off guard. I mean, Tarek, he's in the back of the bomb site. They throw the smoke grenades at their feet to try and keep themselves alive. I thought that was a beautiful move from Tarek and his teammate to you know, bail into the smoke and then off of the flash try to reemerge. But he was just completely wrecked by a flailing CZ-75. And sometimes there's just nothing you can do about that.
Still a perfect execute, though, from Kingwin, right?
Yeah.
Molly to force out Cold out of that position, Smoke to cut off the exterior of B main to not give him a sight line with that AWP, and then, as you said, you know, it was a great reaction from Tarek, but he had to react because they full mollied the site, so nice execute from Kingwin.
Definitely was. Yeah, I mean, the Molotov just was like a trump card where they had Tarek ready to smoke at least one of them out at default, and then Cold was not assuming that anyone would molly out oranges, one of the rarest Molotovs that you'll see on B, and then there was one back triple, so the only play he even had was to push. Definitely worked out well. Oh, a small opportunity there.
What was Fallen doing?
Not even sure exactly. I think he was going to jump up. I don't know if he was going to jump up on Toxic, but the smoke was right there, so no one to boost. It's uncleared. Wow. It's a dangerous little wall bang. I honestly thought they padded that wall up a couple years ago and didn't allow for you to wall bang easily out of A main.
Which one, sir?
Just from the back of A main to mid. More specifically from mid to A main, which is how people used to use it.
Well, it's just as well. People don't like to do that because if you, especially if you're a CT, right, if you're pushed up that far in mid and you're going for this wall bang here where Stewie is, it's giving away the fact that you're deep in mid. So, and the value you get from it, the chance you're going to get a kill through that is so low.
Yeah. Especially when that's a position where you have really no fallback unless you can get into the vent. And in doing so, you've got to run out into the open. You've got to jump as well. You're just super exposed. But here comes the execution into the A bomb site. We have seen smooth nade usage from Kingwin, and they've done a good job of flustering the defenders, making them move and not allowing for them to be comfortable in their positions. But they have been comfortable in landing and sick shots. The spray down from Fur is going to be good for only one, but again, you can't get past all of these bodies. They're so stacked up on the bomb site. MIBR just clamping down now, and a knife from Stewie.
Gang!
The slice and slash.
Yikes.
The cash in his pockets. This guy's not entertained. Do it on land.
Oh, dear. Look at this kill distribution as well from MIBR. Apart from Third down at 11, everyone's between 16 to 20. I mean, this is pretty close. Not a bad map for the Brazilians. Kingwin just trailing behind. They've got the AWP here, but it is just a charity shot by. They're hoping for a miracle. Try and keep them in this, because if they give away 15, they're going to have no money left back up. All on this one.
Interesting setup from the CTs as they start to aggress in a B main together. Off to support, actually. Rifle to take first contact. Cold's the one to leave. Tarek finds a spot in Sunroom, so they can have one outside at mid, fast rotate to B now. Suddenly B is extremely fortified, and we're running out of jobs in this town called Cash. There's not a lot to do as a CT this late in the round besides defend B straight up, and apart from that, push.
Nobody to help out Fur. He's going to have to hope that maybe this goes overlooked. It does long enough for him to get himself one kill, but has this created any new jobs on Cash?
I'd say that this is actually, it's continued to be a good thing for the CTs. Even just making it a 4v4 makes it that much easier. We see how all the information that Tarek gained paid off. I mean, the economy's good in this town. You know, they're thriving. High-paying jobs at the very least, even if there aren't many.
Ooh. Good night, coldzera. Fancy getting out orbed on the peak. Mouse is going to be in this B site now, and Kinguin are up for a shot. Molotov is going to hold them back for a few more seconds. They've not got much of that. 15 on the clock as the bomb makes its way to the back of the site, and it is an open plant. With Reach covering the cross, it's a double push from NIBR, but it's a double kill from Kinguin. Cleaned up the round, and they're still in this game. They do not want to let it slip.
That's a super strong recovery. Again, with just all the information, map patrol that was gained. Fur went 1-for-1 at mid. Tarek got 2 kills, 2-for-1 on B. So the against all odds 2v3, and fair enough to coldzera. He did actually hit the shot, but it just wasn't as clean. Hit him through the wall.
Happens to the best of us.
Especially considering Tarek's play. That was a fantastic recovery. I mean, Mouse was the man that I wanted to see step up, and that's one of those individual plays now where I've got to give him some credit.
Yeah, that's one of the situations where MIBR, because of Tarek's position, right, they already know that's got to be a late round B execute from Kinguin. And instead of risking fully rotating, they actually just put coldzera in the hopes of, oh, you know, he should be able to find these last 2 players. And that's always awkward because, yeah, you know, there's an alternate world very close where he gets both kills and that's fine. But if in the case that he gets a tag and he goes down, there we go. Kinguin is suddenly in with a huge opportunity. Once that bomb's down in the back of the B site, it's very hard to retake it, even in a 2v2.
Here we are, similar scenes, but with worse weapons. Clear emphasis on the B half of the map for MIBR. And it seems like as soon as things cool down, all they do is they go and scout it out and see if this passive default that Kinguin have been running will test them. Crossing over towards Sunroom. Manice all the way back, and Spawn is going to be the man to make sure that you don't take a step too far. Soon enough, you would think there's going to be an engagement. Lines in the sand have been drawn. And these 2 gang leaders just holding on to their territories.
Stalemate until Fallen gives it up. MIBR just waiting at this point. Kinguin have gained a lot of map control up this highway. Rallen's just on the edge of the A bomb site. Dewey's occasionally checking. This could get very, very dicey for the CT side in just a moment.
Stewie just got bored, fires a couple of shots, and then why not? Fur comes in from the corner with 1. So they attract the attention and still go down with 1 kill apiece. Now that is fine because it puts you still in a 3v3 even keel. But now the scout's gone. That was supposed to be the heaviest hitter. Now Tarek's going to have to pick up pieces.
Will be
and
turned
to the left
into
and right.
Oh, 1 shot missing, and that's probably the red flag because now they know exactly where he is. I like how Kinguin don't face. Why bother? Why give a gun away? Why lose money this late in the game? Wait for him to come to you, and Mouse does exactly that. 3 kills in the round from Mouse. We already talked about him being one of the big players to step up so far this event. And 21 frags, top of the team, top of the server, in fact.
Yeah, he's had a memorable performance at this LAN for sure. And you know, player that's been around the block.
I heard VP are going to need a player after the major.
Ooh, they do have a slot open. HLTV confirmed, Hugo.
Hey, even AGO. Although they're more looking for an AWPer.
There's that meme of a picture with Snatchy. It said, what have I done?
Been eliminated in the quarterfinals.
You know, I feel like I haven't seen much mid-work from MIBR CT side.
Yeah.
Outside of a few rounds where we've got guys up close in the corners.
Yeah, they've been focusing so much on this B push, which I actually really, really like. And now that they see that Kinguin will go mid, I think it's just going to be their prerogative to make sure that they are conditioned to not want to do it all the time. coldzera getting called out of his spot right out the gate. Tarek now with a lot of pressure put on him. Once again actually dies to the spam. Taz knows exactly how he's going to play that smoke. And that's it. The site has been excavated. Not even the bones of the players remain.
Well, how MIB are going to dig themselves out of this one? Things are getting drastically close, Connor. This is not the stomp that we once expected.
I mean, again, Team Kinguin has played all of the 16-14s we've seen this event. So maybe we're gunning for another. Still anybody's match. I mean, MIBR did such a good job on that first half, using the economy control to really get themselves there. That's something they haven't had here. They haven't broken Kinguin at any point.
Yeah, no, Kinguin just have such a good feel for the map right now. These are like the last 3 rounds MIBR have pushed B. This is the first round, and Kinguin have decided to actually go B right out the gate, and it's the first one that MIBR played passively. They didn't fall for the conditioning, right? The exact same thing, the exact thing that they didn't want. The exact same that MIBR tried to disincentivize them from going for. They did early on, too. So they're not playing the same games as MIBR, and that's got to leave them scratching their heads.
A real match on our hands, it seems, and that's exactly what we wanted here. We have the most fans we've seen all event as well in the 3rd floor of the Hong Kong Exhibition and Convention Center. So shout out to everyone that has turned up today.
When you get a view of the room from ceiling to floor, just remember that we are already 3 floors up, and that there are 3 more of these halls above us.
Are there?
Yeah.
Really? Holy smokes.
Yeah, there's 6 in total.
I thought it was just 2.
That is unbelievable. I mean, one of these
scratching the
places
surface.
is literally, I don't even know what would you compare this to?
An air hangar.
An air hangar, yeah. You could fit planes in here.
A library.
Your library.
Yeah. I've got my dressing gown on and my cup of tea ready. Oh, it's a fast mid play though for Kinguin. House is just going to deck Stewie goodnight. The Penguins are out to play, it seems, and Fur's going to get mollied into the open. Another one to the slaughter for the Kinguin side. This is a half buy from MIBR. The AWP is the only rifle left up, but it might just be enough. Fallen does take down Taz in response. The thing is, those guns are pretty irretrievable unless Kinguin give up the mid control, which they do, only to go back towards B.
Cold Zera's in the corner, though, and he's got the element of surprise onto Rollin. He was trying to clear a little longer, and that's now going to allow for the double peek to come in. These eagle shots needed to get the kills because now they've been given a chance to disengage.
With the 3rd player, though, on Kinguin, here to keep their options open, has already made his way up highway. That's Mouse to make sure that they have a safe passage back across the map. An insurance policy, if you will.
And Fallen thinks he's already gotten ahead of the curve, holding the cross. He might be able to get the bomb. Oh, that's a big kill. Does he realize there's a 2nd player up here?
It's going to be a close one.
He thinks he has to plant. Mozino pushed out of position, legged by the AWP, and now knows that he needs to deal with this threat as well.
Both of these players for MIBR are incredibly close to falling. It's going to be a reposition here from Fallen as he goes back into Z. Mauzino still trained over towards the truck wall. And Tarek, as he clears out Forklift, is going to have to be first contact, I'd say. I think he may have just heard the scope.
Yeah.
He just heard the scope from Manice. Now Manice is going to come across, and Tarek jumps over. No! They got it! Fallen setting up his team for success.
Oh, they have the
defuse
kit.
is there.
Oh my God, they actually did it.
What was that, 2v5? Or 2v4? Yeah, 2v5, because Fallen, yeah, it was Fallen and Tarek. Fallen kills Taz in middle, and then they pull it back. Oh my God.
The fact that Fallen kills the player trying to cross and then hits the guy next to truck wall with almost the kill. It was a leg shot. It could have been even smoother.
Tarek literally hops over a scope, and that was Kinguin's free route to match point. They would have had, look at, like MIBR have no money left over. There's not going to be a way for them to force.
Oh, talk about getting ahead of yourselves. Kinguin are going to not be happy.
Maybe a nice scope. That's why Tarek jumps. He knows he's scoped in. Still going to be a quick response coming in from Kinguin. They've got themselves the double. Mouse is fired up. He may be tagged down to 30 health, but it seems as though Fur's going to have to forfeit mid-control. So Kinguin contesting for OT.
But we have seen them in this position before, Connor. This is not a done deal. We already know these AWPs can turn around any possible position. And Cold has started it off. A long road to success in this round for the Brazilians, but it's still very doable. And it is just that Brazilian core left, the 3.
Yeah, they've knocked off a couple pawns in this round, but these ops, they can cut off long lanes. You know, they're not going to provide any comfort to Kingwin, knowing that there's still 2 on the map. And as they start to perform this pincer move, they've actually aggressed into A main along with coldzera, getting his pick at B, allowing for the stack to come to the correct site. The first shot goes off.
Plenty more where that came from. The Molotov forces him out, and he's got to move. He's got no smoke to cover it, but Reeds has already dropped him. 30 seconds left, and Fer can try and stop the bomb, but it will only help for so long. There's 2 players here in the trenches, and he's looking to get dirty. Second teammate coming in all the way from the flank, and now the bomb down on the site with Reeds also in the back of the checkers. This is looking very good for Kingwin. Not an easy retake.
Fer has a ton of information. He knows no one's crossed left side site. Oh, until right now, that question has not been answered. Mouse has an interesting position. Didn't help him cross onto the plant, and they have to look for the third, which is Fallen's job. Molotov comes out to assist him in the move. Reeds actually finds the frag, though.
That could convince Fer to bail, even if he wanted to. The choice not his. Kingwin continue on after the plant. A good little turnaround. There was a chance made by MIBR. You said it. We've seen them in those scenarios, and so Kingwin also have it fresh on their minds that they can't write them off despite the double man disadvantage. Good entry from Mauzino. He is single-handedly stepping up here, leaps and bounds above the rest of Kingwin. And a reset towards the end of a second half is never fun for the team on 15. But they've got guns at least to work with.
2 pistols, 3 rifles. I mean, Fallen doesn't even have armor on this round, Connor. This could come back to haunt MIBR.
Oh.
Shots attempted. They're going to finally stop ringing through, allowing Stewie to get on the top of the box.
Those bullet holes so close to the mark.
See the wood chips. Just threatening that position.
And this is the first time we've seen MIBR actually use his boost as well, so this could really catch Kingwin on guard. coldzera does a bit of early damage up in the vents, but he'll fall back without too much of a fight back. And again, with 2 pistols, it's so important that MIBR start things off, take that man advantage.
Yeah, but you can see that after he did that damage, he fell out because he gave up his position. Now he's worried about the vent molly that was imminent. But after that, they don't have any map control to fall back upon. And it's too early in the round for them to recede this far into Z and onto A site. At least they have the boost going for them on A site, but it's only going to strain the rotates if it's a B hit. And it's clear that Kingwin are deciding to posture up for it. We'll see if they pull off the gamble. We're close to Macau. I can't think of a better time to try.
Yet to round the corner, Reeds trying to use a bit of a verticality. Now they're going to be able to close that gap. Look at the way they're bursting forward. Tarek and Stewie with 2.
Oh,
Fallen
no.
with the third, but now Kingwin respond at the last possible moment. It falls onto Reeds, and he's dropped the bomb behind him. 15 seconds. He needs to prioritize plant. He's got it back in his position. But he's going to find no cover. So close, he's got to be cautious. Tarek's going to charge it in, so he tries to pin him into the corner, but Reeds with 6 HP has nothing left to do. He came off of the plant, and like that, Kingwin will lose in the 30th round. That one is a heartbreak.
Oh, 2 rounds that MIBR had no business winning. They go ahead and do it. Not only surviving the reset, but bouncing back and winning it before overtime. That is obscene.
Unbelievable.
Didn't finish the plant.
Didn't finish the plants.
It had to have been so close.
Yeah, there was
He was expecting the trade. You could see from the fact that he didn't wide strafe after killing Tarek. He held his angle with 4 seconds left. He was waiting for the repeat.
I mean, if anybody else came after, that would have been on them. You know, there's no good reason for a second person to peek him in that situation. It was a really tough call, considering he puts down the bomb. He's going to be in animation. He probably dies anyway. It feels like maybe this is a last-ditch effort, but we didn't see that second player.
Yeah, and we're not talking about that happening in the first gun round. No, that's the 30th round as well, so just way too high octane of a moment. And unfortunately for Kingwin, they crumble at the very end. But I have to say, if there was ever going to be a turnaround in terms of score, if we were going to get a much closer affair, I thought we were going to have to wait for the second choice of Kingwin on train. I never thought Cash was going to get that close.
Yeah, it's just like, can Kingwin bounce back from such a horrible loss, right? That's got to hurt. You had everything going for you. You could have definitely taken that to overtime or even gotten a win in regulation. So, yeah, heartbreaking loss there for Kingwin, but hey, at least they put up a fight, and there's still at least 1 more map to go.
Now, there's a show floor room where you can buy some Logitech gear and really up your game if you're Kingwin. So there's still hope for them moving into the third map. 10 minutes to go downstairs and buy some ice.
And of course, if you are at the venue, then it's not just because of the ZOTAC Cup Masters, it's also because of the ZOTAC booth over there with Logitech. They've got all sorts of goodies, so make sure you guys go check out the fantastic products that they have to offer. But without further ado, we're going to throw this one off, and when we come back, it will be with the third map. It is Train inbound next for Kinguin.
Next stop, Poontown.
We'll get there. We will. 15 seconds again.
15 seconds. We'll hit the station. We'll hit the station.
10 seconds.
Anything else you guys want to throw in?
Choo choo.
A salute, a goodbye, a see ya in a bit.
Skybox. Stairs, stairs, stairs.
Nothing great ever happened without a witness.
Oh, you guys saw that?
With the power to capture comes the need to share.
Check this.
Followed by the eyeballs and loud mouths chomping at the bit.
That was nuts.
The fate of the game rests in your hands.
Check this out. No.
Oh my God.
Leave nothing to chance. Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
大家好，我係劉偉強。觀眾喺我電影裏面睇到香港好特別嘅一面。Postcard。大家好，我係劉偉強。觀眾喺我電影裏面睇到香港好特別嘅一面。Postcard 可以令遊客更加認識香港。呢啲可能係遊客眼中嘅香港，有好多真實、地道、獨特嘅嘢可能被忽略咗。所以新一批 Postcard 應該要展現香港今日嘅特色。要同我一齊 upload 自己嘅相，將你眼中嘅香港 show 俾大家睇。 你嘅作品有機會印成 postcard，俾全世界人認識我哋地道嘅香港。
高興我哋 PCCW Global 成為大會指定嘅國際網絡供應商。PCCW Global is committed to delivering the best network solutions so gamers can always perform at their best.
咁今次 PCCW Global 提供俾我哋嘅服務就係一個國際光纖網絡服務啦。咁就係將我哋會場連接到去比賽 server 同埋全球嘅直播網絡，咁可以俾到我哋喺一個好穩定嘅情況底下直播賽事去全世界。
PCCW Global provide the esports industry with outstanding IT infrastructure and technical support, letting gamers focus on gaming.
PCCW Global, connecting gamers
globally.
Watch games and win free prizes. Earn free coins when you watch CSGO, Fortnite, and PUBG. Use your coins to predict the match and win free crates. Or enter your coins directly into our huge grand raffles. Hundreds of winners every day, 24/7. Watch and win prizes. 100% free to play. Win.sliver.tv. Available on web and mobile apps.
Athletes aren't just born. They're molded from the core. A core of strength. A core of laser focus. A core that can handle anything. A core that sweats the small stuff. A core that's the difference maker, game changer, world shocker. You see, hard work makes the athlete. But the edge of a Core i7 processor makes you unstoppable.